Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Marty Richards with Richland Center Tourism here once again with our Why Did We Call It That series. Little different location today from our typical location. Today we're at St. Killian's Catholic Church. We're on the eastern edge of the county, and we're at St. Killian's for a couple of reasons. Number one, this is not a typical episode because it's not so much about why do we call it that versus just a unique feature that's interesting, gives you a little historical perspective. St. Killian's, the church, was formed in 1855. The building itself is really interesting. If you get out in the front of the building, take a look at it, you can see there was a real heavy German heritage from when the church was built and constructed. Well, as the story goes, they constructed the church because there was a large group of the Catholic faith that lived quite a ways away from their original church, which was Keysville. So Keysville, which you've seen in one of our episodes, to where St. Killian's and St. Killian's Road is, that's a pretty good haul for back in 1855 to make it to church every Sunday. So St. Killian's formed a congregation, built their own church, and now voila, they have their own congregation. However, there was going to be a little conflict. So when you come here and you look at the cemetery, it's a little interesting because there is one very distinct note when you look at the cemetery itself. You will notice that many of the inhabitants of the cemetery are actually, their graves are set facing one direction, and another section of the cemetery behind me here is actually set facing in a opposite direction. So one faces north-south, the other east-west. So I'll let you investigate that to figure that one out for yourself a little bit. But just an interesting historical fact. Also, the church itself has some interesting in the facade, some pretty cool things to look at. But that is today's episode of Why Did We Call That That? Thank you for joining us. Again, we ask that you'd go to YouTube and like and follow our channel, subscribe to our channel. Also, please feel free to share our videos amongst the Facebook friends that you have. And if there is a location you'd like to hear us talk more about or give some of the historical significance or interesting facts, please feel free to share that information with us, and we'd be happy to do so. Once again, we really thank you for your interest in joining us, and we hope everyone has a great day.